So the culture in Argentina is very Italian. So when I heard of Argentina, I was thinking rice and beans and, tamales and things like that, like Mexican, but it's not. It's very Italian. So they're very loud and crazy and lots of food, and they talk with their hands like this, and it's hugs and kisses to everybody and food, if I didn't mention that before. So the food there is pasta. You'll eat tons and tons of pasta. They have this sauce called tuco, and it's like a red sauce that has carrots in it and onions and garlic, and sometimes it has a meat in there, and they put it on top of spaghetti. And their portion sizes are crazy. So you have a plate, and they mound it like that. And you always have to eat 2 servings. So you eat the first one, and then you always have to have seconds because it's rude if you don't. So they're very big on food because that's one thing that they can share with other people. And so they love feeding you and feeding you. And there's always tons of bread, which the bread was my favorite. Oh, it was fresh bread, and you could get it from any bakery. There was bakeries everywhere on the streets, every corner. So imagine, come lunchtime, you're starving, you're walking past all these bakeries. In every house, they pretty much eat at the same time. It's around like 12 o'clock. So all these smells come from all the houses of like garlic and oregano. I always would say that Argentina smelled like wet dog and oregano. So walking down the street, that's what Argentina smells like. Anyway, so you eat a lot of that, a lot of empanadas, which is kind of like a little pie filled with meat, or like they do chicken or stuff like that, and they're about like that big. They're really good. Learn how to make the food. I would say that was a big thing. It was fun. Like if you ask the hermanas, how do you make this? They'll go crazy and they'll tell you everything. And so I would just kind of have like my planner and would write it down. And that was fun because then it was something you could take home and make it. You're like, okay, this food was so good. It's not quite the same because the ingredients differ, even like their flour. So if you're a big baker, their flour is different. So, and their butter is different, their milk tastes different. Their milk almost tastes like powdered milk. But you'll get used to it pretty quick, and it's okay. And it comes in like little bags. And then they have drinkable yogurt, which was my favorite. I wish we had that here. It was so good. So good. Let's see, they do a lot of alfajores. They're like little chocolate cookies. So those are really good too. And things aren't very sweet. So, not like crazy Americans, we eat tons of sugar. There they don't, it's not as sweet. So you think you're getting like this really decadent dessert, like this pastry with chocolate and stuff all over it, and then you bite into it, it's not really sweet. But it's still really good, because you get used to the food there. So, and the culture is just very open. They're so loving. So loving. They'll welcome you into their home. They'll give you everything. Even to the point where, you feel bad because you know that they don't have very much to share, and yet they're sharing everything. So I would just say definitely be gracious about it, but be careful too, because I think maybe sometimes missionaries can get this idea of, a contest of how much can I eat, and just realizing the sacrifice that they're making to give you that food. So eat so that, you show them that you like the food, but then don't eat too much. You know what I mean? Like, don't make it a joke. So just be sensitive with that, because they're sacrificing and sharing so much with you, because it's a pretty poor area. It depends on what parts you go in. Different cities are a little bit more, but they always have like their middle class and then like the lower class. A lot of the people that you'll be teaching will be the lower class.